this beautiful mansion, this abandoned mansion we're gonna explore in this video. So let's go. Okay, so here you can already see one of the items which is still here. It's and there are also some beds in this building, but well, it makes sense. It's a really dark building which is abandoned, which is what beds like. Okay, and here this is the ground floor basically, and you can still see this. It has these old wall. It's like textile, sort of like a textile wallpaper, I think. But if you look at the images, it's quite nice. It's a girl sitting in front of her palace with a lake in between. You can also see there are not a lot of windows left, so it's quite nice. The air comes in, especially because it's summer now, so it's actually quite cool in here compared to the outside. And here you have these really fancy pillars. That's so fancy for a house. But I think it's a really nice touch, especially for this kind of castle. And here are the toilets. Still the sign is here. Alright, here's the room with still a lot of the stuff. There are even like old photo books of the people living here, but I won't show you the photos. These are some baby photos of the, and also of I guess the children which grew up in here. Also some, it says here order book, but I guess it's just with some scribbles, some notes. And yeah, for the rest, a lot of old stuff still. Also other photo books. Books with some maps in there. And here's like a corner with some, I guess where they did their prayers, like a little church area in here. Vinyl player. I doubt is there still anything good coming out of that. And well, here's quite dark. It's hard to make sounds. And these, I think, yeah, these are also the pillars. Looks a bit like marmor, but I'm not an expert. And this really fancy couch. I know a lot of people love this kind of style. This is really like the antique at its peak. Let's go to the first floor. It's way brighter up there. few other beautiful wallpapers. Wheelchair still standing. It looks a little bit creepy, but well, it makes good sounds. Bedrooms, actually a lot of bedrooms, or a lot of mattresses. I don't know if all of them are bedrooms. You have a little view here of the garden. I think this room is quite nice with the colors. I don't know if it's really my style. You have these, also these textiles. This is one of the clothing rooms. I mean, if you have so much space, you can literally have a room for everything, basically. Probably you don't even know what to do with all these rooms, to be honest. There's still some of the stuff from the people which used to live here. Like a calculator. It's quite dusty. Some DVDs, some books, also a stamp. One of the staircases, but I think this one is a bit, hard to walk on, so we'll take the big one later on. Here, I think, are the rooms which were for the children. At least the one next to her for sure. See, nice flower wallpaper. But well, if you would buy this house, it would need a lot of renovation. I don't even know if it would be worth it. The pink room, which has some old suitcases. It actually says the name of one of the people living here. Brigitte Roulard. And on this one it also says a name. Pascal Rouland. It's quite funny, all these different colors. In the distance you can even see some horses standing. This is the rooms which I think probably still looks quite good. You have this nice touches at the fireplace. It's all made out of wood over here. Okay, let's move on. And this is the long hallway. I think must have felt this is really the place where you feel how big your house is from inside. Like so huge. It takes quite a while to get to the other side. Yeah, here you can really see there are some rooms which are falling apart, or the ceiling is falling out of it. Yeah, it's definitely not completely safe if you would go to certain rooms here. You can see it's all overgrown, the whole window. It's probably impossible to open that window. Nice painting. Pot of flowers. I think flowers they really like because it's also on a lot of the wallpapers. Here's the balcony, and you can see part of the garden. There's a swimming pool over there, but there's no more water in there, so it's not so nice. And probably if there would be, it would be all green. You can see that all the leaves here are growing up. The rooms have such different colors. This one, as you can see, is blue. And also all the wallpapers are different. Here's one of the more newer bathrooms. I think that's really the thing which looks the newest in here, the bathrooms. Still, this staircase is the thing which still looks the best, I would say. It's also really well made, so. We also have a view over the house next to it. I assume that's where really back in the day, like the people, the butlers lived. This is the garden. There's a nice bamboo forest. I don't know if this was always here or if it just grew after they were gone. Bamboo makes such a distinct noise. And there's so much of it. It's quite crazy how it's managed to grow in the French climate. There's some great leaf sounds. I think it looks really cool to have this bamboo forest in your garden. And there are a lot of plants overgrowing the whole building. It really looks abandoned, and it also is, so. Here are still a lot of flowers growing. A lot of berries. Let's see if they taste nice. That's a nice one. This over here is the swimming pool. There's still a little staircase, but not a lot of water, as you can see. The fundamentals are still there, but the forest has clearly taken over. There's not it looks more like wilderness, but I can imagine how in the past this must have been a great place to take a swim. There's a frog sitting there. I guess they're new inhabitants of the swimming pool. So let's leave the frog be and go on. You can still see how the trees have really been planted in this kind of pattern. I love how these leaves are forming carpets right now. Still, to look at this house, it's crazy. It really looks so nice. And this is the great tree they have. It's so big you cannot even get it on camera fully. I can imagine this tree is definitely a couple of generations old. It again. Hopefully you enjoy these type of videos, and I hope they're in a way relaxing. I find it always just really cool, and it's maybe a bit adventurous for ASMR, but nevertheless I hope you enjoyed it and you could relax a bit.